Welcome back, everybody, to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty, and we're going to finish out the rest of season number 2 here today. Now, we have one more regular season game left, taking on the Indiana Hoosiers, who last year just absolutely destroyed us. And we still technically have an outside chance to reach the college football playoff. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, though, because right now we're number 6 in the Big Ten, so I just don't think we would even come close to getting in there, even though we're ranked 17th in the country. A win over Indiana is really not going to do as much. Now, unless some of those Big Ten teams fall down a little bit and, they lose games, that's a possibility. And right now we're slated to go to the Music City Bowl, taking on Alabama. We'll see. Alabama, obviously, they're hoping to get into the college football playoff. But we'll get into a bowl game here today. We're going to finish out the regular season no matter what. I don't think we're going to the offseason. We'll probably wait for the offseason and do a whole offseason week, either week 0 or week 1 type game. But as you can see, Indiana last year, 42-3. We couldn't do anything. Didn't even get a touchdown, barely got a field goal. Different team, different season. Let's get a victory here against Indiana in this big rivalry game as, Orstrom can't hang onto the ball there, and just like that, it's 3 and out. So Indiana starts out with a really good run, and this is a really good run. Off to the races. Can anybody take him down? We finally bring Hangman down, but not before he gets 55 yards, gets to the 15. And Indiana in business here early on. Underneath that is caught. Down to around the 3-yard line. They're trying to answer within the first couple plays here. And around the edge, spin move, Hagman, touchdown. So Indiana strikes first. I was about to say, this is a really intense rivalry. It really is. Now, a lot of it dates back to basketball. Both of these schools not, football, especially in the, how many years it's been since really Indiana or Purdue. I mean, Indiana last year, or 2 years previous in this dynasty now, they had some success, but you can see going back to kind of where you are. And same thing with us. We're maybe on the rise, ranked 17th in the country. But this is a heated rival. It's over 100 years old. Obviously, if anybody doesn't know, Purdue is the one that actually created the Big Ten. So, I mean, they got some, they're not too far apart as Morissette with a good spin move gets down to the 5. I think they're about, if you drove, it's close to a little under 2 hours away. So university's very close. So you definitely have, I would love Indiana as we go in for the touchdown. Caden Fagan in. We're going to tie this ball game up. Honestly, I would love if Indiana started to perform well, and this was a game at the end of the season where this is battling for, possible spot of the Big Ten championship. Man, that would be something else. That's what kind of this rivalry is. But we've tied this up at 7. Back on the offense we go. So 1st and 10, setting up a screen. Watson breaks off 1, breaks off 2, jukes out another. Finally brought down at the 42. Look at Jesse Watson looking good. Now, some of these guys, this could be the final Big Ten game they play with us. They might be moving on through the portal. We'll see what happens bowl game-wise, see if anybody decides to maybe sit out for the bowl. That's another thing I wish they would really have in here is guys sitting out. Like, if they have some NFL potential, maybe they just don't go. And one of them could be this guy right here, Caden Fagan. It's probably a good possibility. I could see him getting drafted. And we'll see. If we don't reach a playoff game, as Nitro Tuggle is in for the touchdown. We're going to take the lead. That's a nice RPO on the goal line. Just nobody covering him. Works out perfectly, 14-7. But yeah, Caden Fagan could be one of those guys. If we don't reach possible a playoff game and we're in a regular bowl, there's a good chance I could see him, deciding to sit out and leaving as down the field they go. Mendoza can't find his receiver. Really good defense there. And it's a punt for Indiana. I'm going to dump this off to Orstrom. Hang on to this one. Breaks off a tackle. Have a first down to the 43. 9 for 10 start for Ben Washington with the touchdown. Freshman looking good in his first rivalry game here against Indiana. But on 3rd and short, we're going nowhere. Fagan is stopped, but we're going to go for it. 4th and 1. Go right back to the run as Morissette has running room. Look out, referee. He about got killed there in the middle of all that. We'll convert the 4th down. But a 3rd and 10. Washington fires. This one's going to be picked off. A mistake to throw it. Probably should have just thrown it away or even eaten the sack. He forces it over the middle. Saw Tuggle, but didn't see the safety coming down. First real mistake today. But we have a chance to get it right back. 3rd and 2. Over the middle. Knocked away. Incomplete. Nice job by the defense. So we got really good field position off that. Just really time wants to look out. Here comes the blitz, man. If we were able to get that out to Caden Fagan, there was nobody on him. Just couldn't get rid of the ball in time. 3rd and 17. Looking, firing, and this one's going to be picked off too. Just as I say, Ben Washington's having a fantastic start to the game, which he did. It's now falling apart. 2 picks, and now Indiana's in business here at the 38 with 1:50 left. They got down now to the 21, less than a minute. Mendoza to throw, has an open man, caught, touchdown. The tight end, Andrew Barker. And Indiana's going to tie this ball game up here at 14 apiece. And we are actually going to go to Taj Bullock. I said earlier, or previous ones before episodes, that I don't know if we would use him again. What a move to juke at defenders and get to the outside, get out of bounds, conserving timeouts. But obviously Ben Washington is cold at the moment, throws 2 consecutive picks. We have to try something here. We got 13 seconds. We're right about in field goal range. There you go. Fire it quickly. Get it to Orstrom. He has the grab. We'll call a timeout. We still have 1 left. But you know what? We're just going to kick the field goal here. Field goal is up, and it is good. So Bullock does lead him down, gets 3 points before halftime here. It's 17-14. We go in with the lead. Honestly, should be up a little bit more. Just the turnovers are absolute killers. All right, let's start off this second half. Indiana's going to start with the ball near midfield. Throw it to the outside, has some blockers. Nice tackle there on the outside by Marquise Nicholas. 3rd down and 4. Mendoza to throw. Over the middle, it's caught. It's going to be short, and Indiana obviously is going to go for it here. Kind of in that no man's land. So 4th down and 2. And they're going to play action. Mendoza fires out quickly. Has his man underneath. And now we got problems. Can somebody bring him down? And he finally does. But a huge gain to the 11-yard line on a 4th and short. They're trying to take the lead here. To the outside. There is a flag on the play. More than likely, I would think there was a hold there. And that's exactly the call we're going to get. All right. So knock him back. It's a 3rd and 21 now from the 21. They can still get a 1st down somehow. I don't know how. They'll dump it underneath. But Bradford is there to make the tackle. So the holding call huge. As we're going to hold him to a field goal attempt here. Only about a 30-yard field goal, and you're straight on, so shouldn't be much of an issue. Kick is up, and it is good. We're tied up at 17. We got ourselves a ball game. Look at Auburn down below, trying to upset Alabama 28-10. Bama looking to get into the playoff. That is not good, but man, when you get to those like I said, those rivalry games, anything can happen, and especially Bama, Auburn, man, that's a big one right there. But nice catch there by Orstrom. Breaks off a tackle. Now Fagan with the carry. He'll pick up around 5. 3:26 left here in this 3rd quarter. Bullock still in the game. Look out. Look out. Ball pops up and it's picked off. Are you kidding me? Can Fagan get him at the end? He cannot, and he's in for the touchdown. Just held on the ball too long, really. We had 2 open receivers, one underneath, one on the flat, and just as we're getting rid of it, I can't believe that happened, though. Wow. Okay. 3rd turnover of the game. This time it's converted into a pick 6. As we're going to go up top, though. Nitro Tuggle has his man beat, and that's a big catch. Down to the 21. Nice answer back from Bullock, who still remains in the game. Now down 7. Hand this off to Fagan. Running room. Cuts it up. He gets a 1st down. He's down to the 10-yard line. Trying to tie this ball game up here at 24. Bullock looking, firing, has Fagan, got it, touchdown. So just like that in a few plays, our offense with the big play to Tuggle, and we're going to tie this ball game up here at 24 apiece. Just like I said, I feel like we are outplaying them. We're just making mistake after mistake. We're just killing ourselves. And not really, the tackle wasn't very good there. First down there for Hegman. Just poor tackling as we head into the fourth quarter. Hegman up the middle again on 3rd and 1. Busts through. Having a very solid game here today. 12 for 91. This is going to go right back to him. Great block. And that might be another first down run. They're going to call him just short as Hegman is a little bit shaken up there. But 3rd and inches. And they're going to go sneak. But we come through and make the hit. Davis with a great hit. Doesn't allow the QB there to get through in the tush push. So now it sets about a 51-yard field goal attempt here to give Indiana the lead. Kick is up and it is drilled, but that might be huge. They could have got another first down there. Who knows what happened? So at least hold them to 3. Still 8:17 left in this game. Flag on the play. That's probably not good. So that'll be a holding call. That'll drop us back. And penalties, turnovers, killers. Now 1st and 20. Go right back to Orstrom, who's got the grab. Hang on to that ball. Please do not drop that. Picks up 12. Over the middle. There's Nitro Tuggle. Tuggle will have enough for the first down. Continue this drive. Now with 5:50 left in the game, obviously field goal ties it up. So you just want to make sure you don't do something dumb here. Look out. Just look out. And that's not what we want to do. Is it? Oh, jeez. Touchdown, Indiana. Another pick 6. They got 2 of them. And the first defender, actually, it dropped out of his hands. And then it went right to Gandy. 34-24. We are playing just stupid football today. I don't know what is going on. Just mistake after mistake. Just not the game today. Down 10. We still have time here with 5 minutes left. We got to get a score here quickly as we'll slide down with Bullock. Oh, yeah, we got to get something here. Look out. Look out. He's going down. Indiana, the 3rd sack today, along with the 2 pick 6s, all the turnovers. 3rd and 16. Bullock will take it himself, just getting whatever he can get. Picks up 9. And we're going to set up. We got to take the field goal attempt here from 51. The kick is up. It is drifting left, just out of the. Oh, jeez. When it rains, it pours. And that's what's happening here today. We've been making kicks all season and just couldn't get anything there. And on a 3rd and 12, they're going to pick up a first down through the air. And with 2 minutes left in the game, they get one more first down. It's probably over. As Hegman back in the game, cuts it up, picks up 5. We'll call a timeout. So we got 1 left here. They're going to throw. They're going up top, looking for their man, and he can't come down with it. He drops it incomplete. Just kind of lucked out there. So we still technically have a chance with 1:40 left. Bullock to fire, and it's picked off. Well, there goes that chance. And that's going to be your ball game. Indiana, 2nd year in a row, is going to take us down here in this dynasty. And we just can't figure it out. But today, last year, we just absolutely got annihilated. Today, we played some of the worst football we have played the entire season. So bad. 5 interceptions, 2 pick 6s, penalties, couldn't really run the ball that well. It's not good. Wasn't a good game here today at all. And that leaves definitely, obviously now college football playoff gone. Definitely leaves a bitter taste in your mouth losing to a rivalry. As Legend Hogue will commit to us, this 3-star running back from Indiana. And then the 3-star right tackle, Shigozim, he commits as well. So at least we get something good out of it. But we're going to lose out. Oh, I can see Theo Gammon has gone to James Madison, I believe. So we're going to lose that battle. Yeah, he's gone. So he goes to James Madison. So we're going to have to think about it, quarterbacks probably. And Shaquem Sturgis, we had a feeling once Ohio State got the lead, yeah, probably going to Ohio State. So we sim the next week. Isaiah Null, the 3-star wide receiver, is going to commit. All right. So we have to get Stumpf here. We have to. We don't really have many quarterbacks left. And I think we're going to be down to almost one. I think Ben Washington might be the only one that's going to be left. So we might have to hit the portal for quarterbacks as well. We'll see. But during this week, I've decided to fire both our offensive and defensive coordinators. And that's mainly due to the fact of the coach prestige. It's definitely, I believe, hurting us. Because we have a C+ prestige, but every time you go in, obviously you see the prestige, it's a D. So I believe the coordinators are definitely knocking us down a little bit. I'm going to just try to see if I can find something a little bit better. Now, probably our coordinator with the C+ there probably shouldn't have really got rid of him, but I just want to see what's out there. It's beginning of the conference championship week. Big games, North Texas and UTSA. One of those probably is in. Georgia, Texas A&M, Penn State, USC, Miami, Duke. All those teams probably will be in the playoff no matter what. It's just going to be based off rankings. So we'll sim that week. And Nate Stumpf is going to commit, the 2-star quarterback. He's got 95 throw power, actually, which is crazy. Tavares Horner, the 3-star right tackle, is going to commit as well. As we're second for J.J. Story, the wide receiver, right behind Northern Illinois. So that's going to be very close there. And then Saquon Gale. Indiana's got a nice lead, but who knows? We might be able to make it up here. So let's see. Well, North Texas wins. Actually, Arizona State beat Utah, so I think Arizona State's probably in the playoff for sure as well. I don't think North Texas is in. Georgia beat Texas A&M. USC beat down Penn State. And Duke beats Miami. Duke is the number 1 team in the country. Probably the number 1. That's crazy. Duke. All right, let's go through recruiting here once again. Looks like Greg Coda has locked us out, so we don't reach his top 3. Jeremiah Bender, we got a solid lead there on Wyoming. Cushingberry, really good lead on TCU. And then Saquon Gale, yep, he goes to Indiana, so he is gone to a rival. Marcel Reed is going to win the 2026 Heisman. 36 touchdowns, 70% completion percentage. Great season for him. Marquise Nicholas, Chuck Bednarik Award. He's going to definitely win multiple awards. The season he has had has been absolutely fantastic. I don't know how he would not go drafted. He wins the Bronco Nagurski Award as well. Yeah, 5 picks. Just a fantastic season. What else are you going to win here? Dick Butkus Award. Just sweeping them all. And we're going to take on South Carolina in the Music City Bowl. So I wonder if Bama lost there and they're just out there. So we're going to take on South Carolina. We're going to get into that game. We're going to offer the OC coordinator job there, and then McFadden, the DC coordinator job. They both have, you could see, C prestige. So that will help us out. Obviously, with the defensive coordinator prior, C+ is a little bit better. But offense, we got to get rid of the D+. We got to help with the conference prestige, with the coaching prestige, because it has been hurting us in recruiting and the deal breakers. I want to make sure that continues to go up. But we're going to go down here to Nashville. We're going to get into this Music City Bowl here against South Carolina. And this is actually a really good test because this is a solid SEC school. They're ranked pretty decently, just kind of outside the playoff. So this is a really good test to see how we, match up against possibly, I would think, a much more talented team than us. But we're getting there. We're getting there. That first season was a little bit rough with, guys leaving. And as you can see, we have lost our ranking as well. That loss to Indiana knocked us out. But a chance to beat a ranked team in our first bowl game here today. We did not reach the bowl last year, obviously. So, first bowl game of this dynasty. Let's see what we can do. That's not a great start, though. Barnett with 31 yards rushing. 3rd and 9. And Seabrooks is going to come through for a sack. Man, I hope he stays. Another guy that could be gone. Obviously, he is a junior, so he could still go to the draft, but I'm not sure if he's good enough to go to the draft. But man, I'm really hoping he decides to stay. As Gabriel Joyner with the carry and a first down. And Fagan is still active. Everybody is active here today. Just trying to get other guys involved here in this bowl game. As you can see, there is Fagan in the backfield. 39, as you can see also, Ben Washington back starting. No, well, Taj Bullock is there, obviously. But I want to see what Washington can do here. He is going to be, obviously, the quarterback going into next season. But on 4th and 9, we decide to go for it. It does not work out. He will be sacked, and South Carolina will take over. Now, can we go into the portal and possibly bring in a new starting quarterback? Maybe. But I would say right now, I'm actually content going in with the Ben Washington. I think he's had a very solid freshman season. And I'm more in the realm, let's put people around him, as that is just not the greatest decision either. Throwing into double coverage, that's going to be picked off. And South Carolina is going to get a turnover here. Yeah, just a bad mistake. But if we can build around him, make that offensive line good, get that running game going, bring in a prime receiver as well, another target, I think Ben Washington can play well next year. Yes. Oh, how do you not pick that off? It's dropped incomplete. The ball is right there. Pick it off. But at least he dropped it. If he would have scored there, I would have flipped out. Field goal is up, and it is good. So 6-0 lead here for South Carolina. But if we win this bowl game, that puts us at double-digit victories this year. And obviously, we continue to get better and better, but that's not good because right now, this doesn't look like it's going to be a victory. Down the sideline was Lawson Lucky in a big game here for South Carolina. Go underneath, cuts it up, and just another first down when it should have been short. Kind of can see the talent is differential in talent. Broken tackle, can't bring him down, and Brian Slaughter's in for the touchdown. So South Carolina right now dominating us here. No, it's only 13-0, but they're just outplaying us. We got to step our game up here. We got to wake up a little bit. 4 minutes left here in this first half. Washington underneath. There's Tramar Harris, got some speed. We have some athletes as well. And he's got a first down up to the 32-yard line. Big drive here. We got to put some points up. Get some confidence rolling. 3rd and 10. Over the middle. Watson with the grab. First down. Big third down conversion. Get Washington some confidence here. 2nd and goal. Oh, that's no good. That's no good at all. South Carolina defense all over it. They'll use a timeout to conserve some time here. So they get a chance. 3rd and goal now from the 8. Washington looking, rolls out of the pocket, cuts it back, and Washington using the athleticism for the touchdown. See, that's another part of his game we haven't seen too much of, but he can definitely do that as well. So that's why I like Ben Washington. I really do. And that right there is a momentum swing, but we got to hold it up here defensively. 2nd and 4, and up the middle, sack. That'll help out a lot. Miles Mitchell for the sack, and we would force a punt. And now we have 26 seconds left here in this first half. 2 timeouts at the 37. A chance to put up some more points as Washington takes off. And he's not going to slide down. He's going for that first. We're going to use our 2nd timeout, though. 20 seconds left. Washington looking. Plenty of time. Has a wide open receiver in the middle is Watson. Watson will get down to the 5. And we should probably call our final timeout here, or at least possibly hurry up and try to get one play off. We're going to hurry this up. See if we can get a play off. 8 seconds. Washington over the middle. Caught. Touchdown, Nitro Tuggle. And in the final 4 minutes of this first half, we have turned this around. And we're going to take the lead going into halftime. Unbelievable. Ben Washington has he woke up here in the last 4 minutes. Standing in the pocket, making some great throws. Yeah, we got a 14-13 lead here against South Carolina. Trying to win this bowl game. I mean, obviously, you want to win every bowl game you're in. I would love to be unbeaten in bowl games, obviously. That's got to up your coach prestige as well, I would think, obviously. But as our first bowl game, I would love to get our first bowl win here, especially against an SEC school. But this time, Ben Washington, pressure there. It falls incomplete. And we'll have to punt the ball. Let's see how this defense, after... Oh, jeez! Wow, Marquise Nicholas! You know what this reminds me of, this play? Speaking of South Carolina, this is like the Jadeveon Clowney hit against Michigan years ago. You know, the guy didn't even get the ball, and he absolutely obliterates him. We kind of had our own Clowney play there with Nicholas. What a play. Problem is, now South Carolina moves the ball here. 1st and 10. They hand the ball off around the edge. That is no good. Somebody please bring him down. Makes another man miss. Stiff arms another defender, and Isaac Brown all the way down to around the 6-yard line. One heck of a run as South Carolina trying to take the lead. Looking. Barnett back of the end zone, but Mike Wayne, the freshman, picks him off. We don't get many of those. An absolute mistake. I don't know if he just didn't see him. What a play by the freshman back there. We actually got an interception. Not too much. You don't get too many interceptions, but we get one here. We finally get a big break. As looking down the field, open is caught. Harris, running room, touchdown. What a play and what a throw from Ben Washington. I mean, he's running wide open down the field, but sometimes you see those throws missed. And then Harris just uses the speed to take off. Touchdown. I mean, not the greatest throw, obviously, and a good job by him to stop, at least find the ball. And then he is gone. But we extend the lead now. Still a one-possession game, but 21-13. Down the field. Nice job there deflecting that pass. Man, what has happened to our pass defense here? Since that 4-minute marker in the second quarter, we've just been playing some great defense, except that one, obviously, run, but Harkless a little bit shaken up. But still, that's a punt. We're coming up with some big plays, good stops. 3rd and 5. What a catch by Watson. Man, that was a hell of a grab. Big 3rd down conversion as well. 1st and 10. Going up top. Looking for Nitro Tuggle. He's got him. Touchdown. Ben Washington showing out here today. As Nitro Tuggle might be the last time we see him in a Purdue uniform. I would love to bring him back. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. But we have a 28-13 lead. 28 unanswered points. We just need the defense to keep it up. Keep it up here. Get a stop. Less than 7 minutes left in this game. Rolling out, looking down the field. Firing, that is going to be caught. Broken tackle. And a 1st down for South Carolina as they're going to hurry this up now, down 2 scores. Barnett fires. Caught. Just short. There's Lucky down to the 1. 2nd and goal. They'll hand this ball off to the outside. What is the reaction there? Okay, that was absolutely awful. Defender, I'm not sure who that was. Was that Wayne who had the pick? No reaction. Probably should have made the tackle. But South Carolina answers. Gets their touchdown on the board. 28-20, back to a one-possession game. As Joyner a bit shaken up, but a good 1st down run. He could be your starting running back next year. We'll have to see what happens. 3rd and 7. Over the middle. Caught. Watson's got it. That should be enough. Picks up the 1st down. 2:33. South Carolina has used a timeout. We're going to run this. And Ben Washington with a QB power up the middle picks up the 1st. We get maybe one more 1st down, maybe 2. It's over. 2nd and 12. Hand this ball off. That is going nowhere as Morissette. South Carolina uses their last timeout. So a 3rd and 15. First down here ends it. Washington's just going to take off, looking for a block. Ball is loose. Oh, no. And he reaches back and grabs it. That was almost disaster. So this clock's going to run down, but this is a massive field goal attempt here. Puts it to a 2-score game. From 48 yards. The kick is up, and it is good. From 48, it's 31-20. South Carolina has no more timeouts. So they're going to need a touchdown. Well, they're going to get it right here on the first play. Are you kidding me? What happened there? Just no safety help. And just like that, South Carolina scores. Now they got to get the 2. I mean, they're still going to have to recover an onside kick here. 2-point is good. Just like that, it's 31-28. I don't know why you're celebrating, but here we go. Onside kick is going to be recovered. We'll take it. Just get down, and that'll do it. They can't stop the clock. It is over. We're going to win the Music City Bowl, taking down South Carolina 31-28, our first, obviously, bowl in the Dynasty, and we come away with a victory. Ben Washington turned it on since 4 minutes left in that second quarter. 3 touchdowns. He had the rushing touchdown, so he has 4 total touchdowns here today. Great job by the freshman. Showing up big when it looked like we were teetering on getting blown out. Like I said, it was only 13-0, I understand, but I mean, it's those points where if you don't get something there, South Carolina momentum goes down, scores, it's 20-0. Forget it, it's over. So Mac McFadden has accepted our coordinator offer there. Kranchek declines. So we'll see. All right, let's look at the bracket here. So Miami beat North Texas. Texas A&M beat Florida. Ohio State beat Arizona State. And Auburn destroyed UCLA. So you got Penn State, Miami, Duke, Texas A&M, USC, Ohio State, and Georgia, Auburn right now in the quarterfinals. We're going to offer Eric Pape the offensive coordinator position, I think. We'll offer him that. We'll see if he accepts. He is a C Coach Prestige as well. And our Coach Prestige did get up to a B, and he accepts our offer. So there we go. Offensive and defensive coordinator, and now C Prestiges with ours a B, so it shouldn't knock us down much. All right, let's go to the quarterfinals. Miami beat Penn State, so no back-to-back champs. Texas A&M beats Duke, Ohio State, USC, and Auburn beats Georgia. But then Auburn would beat Georgia again at 47-45. Miami beats Texas A&M. You have an Auburn-Miami national championship. Who's going to win? Auburn wins the national championship. 31-17. Wow. So Auburn gets the national title. There you go. Let's take a look at the final stats of the season. Ben Washington, 17 touchdowns, 8 picks, 64 completion percentage. Like I said, I think for a freshman, very good. Very good season. Continues to build. Man, I would love to see if he gets a dev upgrade. Caden Fagan over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Morissette, I mean, the running back room, like I said, Gabriel Joyner's probably going to be the starter. I don't know, depending what happens in the portal, but I think, a couple of those guys are definitely gone. Tuggle's probably gone, looking at these deal breakers, but we'll see. Watson, more than likely, he's gone. Man, it is crazy. Harris should be back. He had a very solid season, 3 touchdowns. I think Branch will be back. Burhan should be back as well with the deal breaker, so I think we're good there. So we're going to have to bring in another receiver. But Marquise Nicholas, 126 total tackles. Bradford actually at 94. Dean with a total of 91 total tackles. I wish they had better solo numbers. It's always been weird like that. But Nicholas, 37 tackles for loss. Dean at 26. Seabrooks leads us in sacks with 13, so double-digit sacks. But same thing, with that deal breaker, there's a really good chance that Sean Seabrooks is gone. So our, double-digit sack guy could be gone. So we're going to have to fill that need as well. And then obviously Nicholas with the 5 picks. Other than him, we just don't get many interceptions at all. But he could be gone. Let's take a look at your college leaders. Man, 4,700 yards, 43 touch. Okay, how did he not win the Heisman? Maybe the 10 picks? I don't know. That is wild. I mean, Gunnar Stockton with 44 is going to lead. Zena is going to be right there with him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see if he leaves or not. I'm not quite sure if he's going to stay or leave. Nearly 1,800 yards is going to lead. Owen Stewart. Let's see, touchdown-wise. Yeah, 25 for TJ Harden from SMU. Cam Edwards from Duke, 23. So multiple guys with 20-plus touchdowns rushing. Receiving-wise, Joshua Moore from the U leads with 1,500 yards. There's Jeremiah Smith with 1,400. Touchdowns down for him, I would have to say. Now, rolled at 20 touchdowns for Georgia. Yeah, he's going to lead college football in receiving touchdowns with 20. You can see Moore with 18. SMU just having big touchdown guys, 16 TDs for their receiver. Defensively, we tied for total tackles. That's cool. Tackles for loss, we more than likely are way above everybody else. Yes, we are. 13 above low. Sack numbers, Atkinson was 16. So Seabrooks would have been right there. Obviously, he just doesn't count because of the tackle numbers, but he would have been number 2 in college football. Boo Carter with 7 picks. Mr. Clark, what a name. That is a fantastic name. 6 picks there. So, I just want to see. Okay. So there's your stat leaders for this season. And obviously, the defending champs going to next year is going to be Auburn. But how do we fare? We'll go into the offseason. We'll see who's going to leave, see who's going to stay, try to get the portal going for us, and try to make this team as best as we can. We have a double-digit win season, so we got to keep going up, got to keep going up, and maybe contend for a Big Ten championship next year. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.